What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Dying Scene Record Radar presented by Punk Rock Radar, where we talk about all things going on in the world of punk rock vinyl. Massive episode this week. After a few kind of down weeks, a few light weeks, we got a huge one with, I want to say, almost 25 unique releases to talk about. So let's get into it. No beating around the bush here. Up first, AFI, Shut Your Mouth and Open Your Eyes. This is not an official release, I have to caution you. It is an unofficial release, an import release, as we say in the trade. But this is a very, very hard to come by record. It's been out of print for almost a decade officially. But I've seen this UK import starting to pop up a little bit here and there. Mainly from this store, Deathless Records. I was able to grab a copy, fortunately, but it keeps selling out. They put up like a few copies and it sells out. So I haven't seen it anywhere else, but with these type of things, they usually start to trickle down into various record stores and stuff, and Discogs as well, and then it'll get blacklisted on Discogs. There is no Discogs page for this, though, surprisingly. But yeah, this is an awesome fucking record. One of my favorite AFI albums. If you are looking for this like I have been, now's your chance to get it. It is a little pricey. It's like 36 bucks usually when it comes up. But I mean, that's better than a few hundred, which is normally what that would command. All right, moving on. The Aquabats. These are official represses, reissues. The Return of the Aquabats. First time on vinyl. The Fury of the Aquabats, out of print for 6 years up until now, and then the Aquabats versus the Floating Eye of Death, also first time on vinyl. These are Record Store Day. They aren't Record Store Day releases, but they're some type of shit Record Store Day branded type thing. They come out in late May. They're up for pre-order from most record stores now. 1234 Go has these, and you may want to parlay that into something else I'll talk about in a bit here on a 1234 Go order. Up next, new release, Wes Hoffman and Friends, How It Should Be. If you like newer MXPX, the last, I want to say 2 to 3 MXPX albums, this is right in your wheelhouse. These guys are really good, and they sound similar to that MXPX, the newer style. Yeah, they got a few singles streaming now. This one is the latest, up for pre-order from Jumpstart Records. They have 2 color variants and black vinyl. And then there's another label in Canada called Wrecking Crew Records that has Coke Bottle Clear colored vinyl. A really cool compilation here, Discord Records tribute compilation, titled DC Does Discord. Bunch of local bands from Washington, D.C. covering Discord Records bands, Minor Threat, Dag Nasty, etc. You know, all the usual suspects. There's 2 different variants. It's a double LP. Looks pretty fucking sweet. Another reissue, Bracket. First time on vinyl, actually. Another one of these. Forestville Street 924. Never released on vinyl before. This is the 30th anniversary of the album's release, so Spam Records is giving it the vinyl treatment. This has been up for pre-order for like a week and a half. They claim the variants are limited to 50 copies each, so I doubt that, unless this is just not selling well. I don't know why they wouldn't be able to sell through 100 copies in a week and a half of this, but you never know, I guess, huh? But yeah, Bracket, if you want this record, link in the description. You can buy it along with all the other records we're talking about today. Up next, another new release that I am very excited for, Four Heads Down, German melodic punk band. I had actually never heard of these guys before somehow. I checked out their new single, Still. It's awesome. I'm really looking forward to this record. Thousand Islands Records and Disconnect Records are putting it out, so that's another seal of approval. You know, both those records don't put out garbage, so yeah, they put out good shit, and this is going to be good, so looking forward to that. Four Heads Down, self-titled album. 100% recommend this. Call Me Malcolm, they have a new record coming out. UK ska punk band. One of the recurring mentions on the recommendations on the channel, I would say, for ska fans. Their new album is called Echoes and Ghosts, and it comes out in just 2 weeks on Bad Time Records. Bad Time Records has this really cool splatter color variant. You know I'm a sucker for the splatters. And the band also has their own web store variant. This like color and color blob one. It also looks pretty cool. And then Bad Time Record Club, if you're a subscriber to that, you also get an exclusive variant of the Call Me Malcolm record. Face to Face, Ignorance is Bliss, back in print. This is the 25th anniversary reissue. It's a quad 10-inch set, 4 10-inch records. I mean, the only way they could have made this more inconvenient to listen to is do the Less Than Jake Hello Rock View thing with the 7-inch for every 2 songs on the album. 7 times 7-inch box set. It's limited to 1,000 copies total. 3 color variants. It's $60. Hard pass on this one for me, but hey, maybe you want this. Yeah, have at it, I guess. Kerplunk. Somehow this album has been out of print for 10 years, but it's back in print. As far as I know, probably black vinyl. Up for pre-order, pretty much any record store you can probably get this at. But yeah, this, for whatever reason, this record has been out of print since 2014. But yeah, it's back. So if you want Kerplunk and you don't want to pay, I mean, it's actually not even that expensive, the 2014, 2019 represses. But it's back in print, so hit up your record store. 1234 Go has this as well. So if you're going to get the Aquabats records, you can get this as well with it. I think they have free shipping if you spend $75, so that'll put you clear of that. Another new release, very cool band I had not heard of before, Cold Years, from Scotland. If you like newer Flatliners, the last few Flatliners records, these guys highly recommended listening. They sound very similar to that. New Ruin, Dead Language, Inviting Light, Flatliners. This is definitely similar to that. Very cool color variant too. They were doing a giveaway for a signed copy of the record, but that unfortunately has ended, so you missed out on that if you don't follow the band on Instagram. Fat Records, Fat Music for Fat People, 30th anniversary repress, reissue. Don't know what color variant it is. You know Fat likes to be all mysterious, so we got the question mark mock-up here that I made. Fat Store sold out of the standalone color. They do have some bundles with a t-shirt or a hoodie and a color variant, which is usually going to be different from the standalone variant. And then also their Australian Artist First Store still has some color copies in stock, and I don't think the shipping is too horrible from there. I think it's like $14, which is high for shipping in general, but from Australia that's pretty reasonable actually. God, the band, I hate trying to pronounce their name. Somebody's got to tell me how to pronounce this correctly. The Price Doofkies, I don't know. You tell me. They call themselves the PDs for short. So great band though. They have a new record coming out called Dancing Dirty on Striped Records. This comes out in a month, March 15th. They got black vinyl and they got blue vinyl. If you want to save on shipping, the Striped is in Italy. Mom's Basement Records, they have this up on their store, and obviously, you know, Mom's Basement is in the US. They have badass records. They've also got more copies of this Odorance record in stock that they sold out of. Highly recommended you pick this up too if you're getting the PD's record from Mom's Basement. Hot Water Music, new album. If you live under a rock, you may have missed this announcement. It's all over the place. New Hot Water Music album. It's called Vows. There's like 10 variants at least of this. It may rival the Green Day record for color variants. Probably not, though, and I don't think anyone can accomplish that. But yeah, they got a single streaming. It's pretty good. I'm not a huge Hot Water fan, but if you are, pick up the record. Cool side project type thing. Guys from Voodoo Glow Skulls, Death by Stereo, etc. It's called Mutiny. I guess it's this thematic ska core band with like anime type themes, I guess. I'm not sure. It comes with the record comes with this 30-page manga, however you pronounce it, book, which is also pretty cool. I guess it relates to the themes of the songs somehow. It's sold out though. They had 300 copies. They sold out of them. So we'll see Ska Punk International if they want to make a little more cheddar off this. I guess they'll do a second pressing. But if you missed out on it, I guess check out. You can stream it. The single is pretty fucking awesome. All right, split 7-inch Asbestos Records. You have the Homeless Gospel Choir and Dissident, whatever. Dead Milkman covers 7-inch. There's 3 variants. They all look pretty fucking sweet. Check that out. And last up for this segment of the video, we got The Offspring with a new greatest hits album, a Anaheim Ducks exclusive. I guess they had some theme night. Offspring, come out and play with the Offspring night. They had like these really fucking cool looking jerseys and stuff. Obviously, I'm not a Ducks fan. I live in Tampa. I'm a Lightning fan. But I really contemplated getting one of those Offspring Anaheim Ducks jerseys. They looked fucking sweet. And they had this like this custom logo here. But yeah, greatest hits-ish album, I guess. Confusing track list. I mean, the game night was called Come Out and Play, and they don't even have Come Out and Play on the record. Anyway, I digress. 1,000 copies of this, orange vinyl. People are trying to resell it on Discogs for like $100. Maybe those are the signed copies. I know they had some signed copies at the game. But it's still in stock at the Anaheim Ducks team store. $35 for this one, I guess, if you want that. I don't really see a use case for this. They already have a greatest hits album that's readily available, but whatever, if you're an Offspring completionist. Alright, moving on, we got our second segment of this week's Record Radar. The Record Store Day 2024 list was announced. And there's actually a lot of good, like, punk-centric releases on this year's lineup, which is not usually the case, so that's a pretty pleasant surprise. So yeah, up first, another Offspring record, Splinter. This is the 25th anniversary picture disc release. I don't know why they did that. Hopefully there's some non-picture disc versions of this release, because this is a record I've been chasing for a bit. It's not a very good record, but it's got a few songs that I like, mainly The Noose. But yeah, I'll probably pick this up, to be honest. I've been wanting that for a while. The Ramones, every year there's a Ramones Record Store Day release. It seems like at least one. This year we get the 1975 Sire demos. There are bootleg releases of this that have existed for a while. Hopefully the sound quality on this is better or something to justify. The color variant looks fucking awesome though, so yeah, I'm gonna buy this. The Record Store Day site says it's limited to 6,000 copies, and then Rhino Records site says it's limited to 13,500. I'm gonna go with Rhino. They have a tendency to overpress these Ramones Record Store Day releases. This is not going to be hard to come by. This will be cheap a year from now, probably. But I want to get it right off the bat, so I'm going to do that. So yeah, another Joe Strummer. We got the Ramones and we got the Clash. Joe Strummer and the Mescaleros. I actually really like all the Mescaleros records. Rock Art and the X-Ray Style. They released a box set of all the Mescaleros records last year, and now they're kind of like double dipping with all these standalone variants. They did one for Streetcore, and now they're doing it for this one. Yeah, 1,800 copies. It's on pink vinyl. It's a double LP. I'm gonna buy it. The Dead Milkmen, again, another Dead Milkmen release. This is a reissue of their 1987 album, Bucky Fellini. out of print since 1987, actually. It's never been repressed. It's either limited to 4,500 or 5,000 copies. Mixed messages there. And it's a double LP on yellow vinyl with a gatefold, so very cool there for you Dead Milkman enjoyers. Frank Turner, he's got a new record coming out, and just before that comes out, he's going to do this Record Store Day exclusive 7-inch. It's got a song from the record, and it's got a B-side called All Night Crew. All Night Crew, if I can speak correctly. Big time, my most anticipated Record Store Day release, for sure. Unwritten Law, Blue Room, on vinyl for the first time ever. Limited to 939 copies on navy blue vinyl. I gotta say, this is not a legit mock-up. I made this myself just to have some type of visual, so it'll probably look different from that. But yeah, this is a big timer right here. 30 years after the original release on compact disc, it's getting its first ever vinyl release. I am 100% picking this up. Hopefully my local store gets a copy or two. And rounding up our Record Store Day part of the video here, we got The Digits, a band I'd never heard of before. I have heard some of their songs unintentionally, though, at least Killboy Powerhead, which The Offspring covered on Smash. I never knew that was a cover, actually. But yeah, this is like a greatest hits style album. I listened to a few of their songs on Spotify while I was writing the Record Radar this week, and it's fucking badass, man. So I'll probably gotta pick this up, honestly. Double LP, 180 gram green vinyl, and it's got a bunch of songs, I guess, that are previously unreleased and stuff. I would be none the wiser because I've never really listened to them. So that'll be cool. I'm definitely gonna give that a shot if it's reasonably priced. And last up on the Record Store Day segment, we got the Groovy Ghoulies, double LP, another greatest hits style release. 40 years of Kepi and the Groovy Ghoulies. So this is, disc 1 is Groovy Ghoulie songs, and disc 2 is Kepi Ghoulie songs. So yeah, that's very cool too. Limited to 900 copies. So that'll probably be relatively hard to come by on the day of, depending on what the distribution is like. But yeah, very cool. All right, and last up, something different. We're talking about a compact disc today, folks. Local band to me, Clearwater, Florida's own punk band Toad Knife. I had never heard of these guys before. John recommended them in the Discord, the Punk Rock Radar Discord, which you should check out at the link in the description. He recommended them in the New Music channel on Friday, and I checked them out. This is fucking awesome, man. These guys are great. They played a show last night in St. Petersburg, but I was at home watching the Lightning game like a fucking loser, so I gotta catch these guys live sometime. But definitely, this is their new CD, EP. It's called Endless Cycle. Totally recommend you check this out. These guys sound different, and they sound fucking good, man. This is really good stuff. I'll probably do a band spotlight on these guys too on Dying Scene at some point, because they deserve it. This is good shit. But yeah, anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Extended edition of the Punk Rock Radar Dying Scene Record Radar this week. No shortage of fucking awesome stuff. So next video, we has some big shoes to fill, so we'll see how that goes. But anyway, thank you for watching again, and I'll see you next time.